plan today is to try and get the engine out, or get it ready for taking out. I know I've been reading about these MGs, and I know the subframe can come out. There's 10 bolts apparently, it holds it all in. But I haven't got room in the garage to drop the whole subframe, so the car's scrap anyway. So I'm going to have a go at cutting all the body so I can get the engine out. I know it sounds a bit crude, but the car's scrap anyway, so I'll give it a go and see what happens. If you're into MGs, you probably find this video quite distressing, because I'm going to get the reciprocating saw and just cut the car to bits. Hopefully, when I cut all the body out, the subframe will hold the car together. If it doesn't, it just collapses. So let's show you what I'm going to do. So the plan is really just to cut this section out. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I come across one little hurdle. I can't disconnect the throttle cable. I can't work out how to do it. So I'm going to cut around it. So the plan is to take this whole section out here, if I can, and just see what happens. Not sure what could possibly go wrong. Hello Mark, how are you? Well, I've tried, as you said, I've tried to turn it. I'm not sure what's behind here. Find out in a minute. This must be this section here must be all the strength of the back of the car, which I'm actually just cutting through. So I think it's actually quite good condition inside, isn't it? Shame someone's cutting it all up. Right, that's where we are at the moment, so I need to have a bit of a think about this and see what the next step is. Well, I must admit, this isn't as straightforward as I thought. I didn't realise this big chunk of metal in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to get the reciprocating saw under there so I can just take this top piece off and have a look. Don't know if it'll work or not. Well, I'll definitely ruin the car anyway, that's one thing for sure. Right. Well, it's got another bit off. Don't think I actually need to take much more off. Really, if I could get this bit out, that'd be good. I don't think you can see it, can you? Need to get that bit out now. If I can get that out, I think I've made enough room to get to where I want to get. Well, that's all the damage done to the car. Thinking about the other side, I don't really need to cut right the way down the bottom. I've bent these in so I don't cut my arm and leg or whatever. That's the like chassis rail that runs through. Do you know that? Right, so bits I've cut out is that bit there. Be careful how I touch this because it's all bloody sharp. Then this bit, where did that go? Hang on, let me put it down a sec. That bit sort of went sort of there. Another bit. This is the bit I cut out of there. Now, what I wanted to show you, I'll get something to point with, just how rusty it all is. Now when I take the engine out, I'm not going to mess about with bolts and things. I'm just going to get a reciprocating saw. I'm just going to cut right across there like that. Let me see that, not can you? Yeah, right across there like that. Make it easier. Look how rusty this car is. Let me see it in there. Not too bad. And down there. And when you come to, let me just move this bit a bit that way because I know I'm going to cut me in a minute. And you sort of look down here. Oh, that drip, by the way, is I actually accidentally cut through a brake pipe. Not in the world. Let's take that rust down there. Yeah. Solid rust. Okay. The next thing to do, if I can see it, I'll take that half shaft out. Well, and obviously I've got the disc off. Disc is down there, and the calipers down there. Managed to get them off all right. The next job really, I need to get the drive shaft out. I'm not really sure how to do it at the moment, so I'm going to have to go on YouTube. But I wanted to show you just how bad this. It's like these are supposed to be rubber bushes in there. Look, they're all gone, and the rust on it's actually unbelievable, isn't it? So I'm just going to let it all soak for a while. Yeah, let it soak and work out. I think I must have to undo that. I reckon that's the top ball joint. So I reckon you must undo that and hopefully the whole lot will drop down and the drive shafts will come out. Obviously I've got to undo that nut. That's why I've left it soaked for a while. And we'll see, we'll go from there, shall we?